from Winchester Skatepark. It's the Winchester Open. Hello, everybody. This is Pat Hughes along with Dan Peterson. Today on the Sports Channel, it's something a little bit new, some skateboarding and some roller skating. And Dan, it's very exciting.
Yeah, we expect to have a real good tournament today. We have all the top skaters around the country here. They'll do some really intense maneuvers for you today.
Some of the maneuvers are really incredible to watch. You know, you kind of risk your life and limb out there sometimes, don't you?
Yeah, they take some bad falls, but they've all learned how to fall, and it's pretty safe now. They've learned to fall on their knees a lot and slide down the walls.
They're playing for a little bit of money, too.
Yeah, about $4,300 in prize money today. First place guy will go home with $1,000 cash.
Dan, I think a lot of people, maybe our viewers, have not seen a lot of skateboarding, and I think they're going to be in for a treat.
Oh, for sure. It's one of the most exciting spectator sports I've ever seen.
So stay tuned. We've got a lot of wild and competitive action coming right up when we return. So stay with us. Back live, this is Steve Caballero.
Yeah, Stevie just took a fall there, and he's getting ready to enter back into the bowl. He's got 15 seconds to set up to go back in. He's getting a little coaching from his coach there, Stacy Peralta.
Steve, another amateur, isn't he?
Yes, he is. He's 15 years old. He hasn't even... I think they've let him start his routine over again here. The judges weren't ready when he dropped in, so they're going to let him start it over.
Here comes the total now for Scott Foss coming up, 148.
Stevie doing a backside aerial.
This is Steve Caballero. Go ahead, Dan.
Yeah, he's taking another fall and another backside aerial, which is unfortunate.
Now he elects...
Now he's got 15 seconds to set up and come back in.
Right.
He'll probably try it again.
He elected to go back to the starting point.
Right. That's a hand plant maneuver. Another one, an outside rail hand plant. Now he's going to do an over called a roll, and he just rolls right into the pool.
Oh!
And here comes his slide rock and roll.
That bowl is 10 feet deep, remember?
Right, it has 2 feet of sheer vertical pad.
It sure looks like it's a lot deeper, though, doesn't it?
Yeah. The vertical really makes it deceiving. If it doesn't have vertical, they don't look nearly as deep. But this has 90-degree walls. Whew. Stevie had a little trouble with this run, but he'll be back for his next one.
Do skaters ever try to do this barefoot? I realize you would, have a chance to really rip up your feet, but it seems like you'd have a little more control on the board.
Right. When skateboard...
Here's a replay.
Yeah. Right when the sport originated, a lot of skateboarding was done barefoot. But now they've, all gone to the shoes. They've made better soles on the shoes, and with the grip tape that's on top of the board, they really get good traction. But due to safety factors and stuff, you must wear your shoes in the parks.
Are those shoes kind of a very flexible material to be able to somewhat bend your toes over them? Next we'll have Steve Caballero.
Okay, here's Steve. Nice aerial. Hand plant. Another one. Gonna go for a rock and roll now. Yeah, nice sliding one. Here goes a 360 aerial. Yeah, smooth. Woo.
Nice.
Gonna do it. Now he's gonna go for his front side hand plant right over the top. Boom. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Really a good height and extension on that one.
Now, if you could just avoid a fall here, Dan, it'll be great.
Really good run. He'll be coming out right now. That's it for Steve.
Boy, that was wonderful. Steve Caballero. That might have been the finest run we've seen yet.
Yeah, that was probably the best run of the finals here today.
Let's watch some of that on a replay. I think I'm going to enjoy this just as much the second time.
There's another hand plant.
Look at that height he's getting.
Notice how he keeps height on each side. They really accelerate across the bottom of the bowl with their legs pushing into their board to keep it moving really fast.
I guess there's some similarities between this and surfing.
Right. A lot of the skaters are real good surfers. You know, they're correlated really a lot. You just have to have good balance to do both, and the stance is kind of the same. And here goes that inverted maneuver called the frontside hand plant. Look at that.
Sheesh. Amazing. Steve Caballero.
That was one of the highest runs here, Pat, that he just scored. They're really good scores. Here's Steve Caballero on the bowl now.
164 for Scott Foss. Beautiful.
That was an average of 82 between the two middle judges. Steve has a really good start going on this run here. Really nice Algario, really extended. There he's going to go for his frontside hand plant again. Hope he makes it really good here. Oh, little problem.
And that'll be time for Steve Caballero.
Steve Caballero, another amateur. He entered the final rounds in second place. Watch this again.
Yeah, Steve's been skating for about a year and 3 months, and he started skating here right at Winchester, and he really practiced a lot in this pool. He's doing really well in this competition. That was a nice sliding rock and roll. Here goes that Algario maneuver, a flip.
Isn't that incredible?
Now, all those maneuvers were all mainly invented all by Eddie Algara. A lot of these new maneuvers and sort. And Stevie just happens to be one of the kids that's been able to pick up on a lot of them really easily. It takes a lot of flexibility in skateboarding, which a lot of people wouldn't think. But that's one of the problems I happen to have. I don't have that much flexibility.